Let me refresh. Come on. Loading. Okay, there it is. Mic, music, video are working. I'll keep that in mind during this session. But anyway, let me look through my notes. I gotta refresh the notes back on, like that. Back and forth. As always, everything looks good. The program OBS does not go haywire when I keep on switching to my notes. Anywho, let me actually just go over just Unit 2, since yesterday I just was learning more about it. And what is it? I finished it. Now I'm on to Unit 3. So, yeah, for this past week, even though I didn't start in the beginning, I actually was able to, well, to start Tuesday, I was able to actually cover a good amount of ground. So I figured for Unit 2, I just go over rapidly. I learned what is of, which is de, along with American, a person from the United States, but a female person, is North Americana. Then the title of Miss, which is Senora, along with good morning for buenos dias. Then how are you as como está usted, along with goodbye, which is adios, thank you, gracias, fine, for bien, and very for muy. So anyway, let's go to the new words I learned, which are, let me see, goodbye. So yeah, let me look at goodbye. So is goodbye, it is adios. No, I don't want this dog picture. The dog is cute-o, but I don't want to get distractio. Anyway, adios. So let me chunk it. So I'm chunking it to the pronunciation, how to pronounce it. So adios, 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 adios. So I'm gonna chunk it into 2 chunks. First one 2, next one 3, so 23, or 2 3. So ADE, then iOS, like, and no, not Android, like the opposite of Android. He shall not be named Apple. Apple's iOS, but with an accent. This accent. Oh, this sounds pretty loud. Let me turn it down from my end. Alright, there you go. Now let me check my volume. Everything is going smoothly, so that's good. Now, that's what it is. Adios. So, hey, adios. Goodbye. See you next week. Adios. Oh, yeah, has this one backwards and this one forward. So not just question marks, but also punctuations. So yeah. Then, other ones that I have not learned. General. Adios. So, ADIOS. Let me practice typing it. So, ADIOS, 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 adios. What's the second chunk? iOS. What is the first chunk? AD. So, adios. Now, how do you say adios backward? It is SOIDA. So, ADIOS. ADIOS. So, adios. That's how I spell it. I'm getting good at spelling it. It's going to be challenging, but I have to do an accent. But oh well, I probably gotta write it in a Spanish keyboard setting. Now, the next one is thank you. So, thank you. Oh, come on. Thank you in Spanish should be gracias. One word. So, two words in English. Gracias. So, let me try chunk it. So, gracias. 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 Alright, so I'm gonna chunk it this way. 24. So 2-4. First chunk 2. Second chunk 4. So oh no. Scratch it. I got that wrong. It would be 34. Not 24. My bad. Oh yeah, so my mic is going haywire. I'm not touching it. You can see it move. So yeah. Now you know what I mean by it keeps on moving. What are you doing? Are you gonna try to open a page? Alright, I'm just gonna speak for through this session while this thing is just going on. Oh man. What are you doing? Alright, so gracias, I'm gonna put it to 34, chunking it. First chunk 3, second chunk 4. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna place it right here. Let me turn it off and then back on and see if it still does it. Line up, no issues. So the 3 will be GRA. The next chunk, which is 4, which is CIAS. So gracias. Pronouncing it 2 times. So gracias. Gra, which is GRA, then cias, CIAS. Gracias. So yeah, just remember the GRA, CIAS, GRA, CIAS, gracias. Thank you, gracias. Thank you, sir. Gracias, señora. Gracias, señora. Gracias. Something. Gracias. Now, yeah, my mouse didn't move, so that's good. Now, let me practice typing. So, GRA, CIS, GRA, CIS, GRA, CIS, GRA, CIS, GRA, CIS. Gracias. I should remember to spell it now. Now the next one is fine. So let me look at what is fine, which is la multa. I haven't heard that before. Well, in audio it said bien, so you know, like bien. So bien. This is actually be a bit tricky. Not gonna lie. Anywho, let me play it. Fine. To bien. Bien. That is creepy. My lights went out. What the hell? Let me actually check. Okay, and no wonder. The battery's dead, but here's the weird thing. I did not use much of the battery here than the one over there. I checked the battery under it and it's like full. So it still has plenty of juice left, like it being like fully charged. So Why hasn't this been charged? That's weird. Now, let me actually... I'll do this. Let me chart. Okay, this is weird. Yeah, I want to wait charging this cable, so I gotta do with this one. But let me see if I can actually still hook it. Let me turn this on. Let there be light. No, it's not good. I gotta turn this off. Come on, is this? Alrighty, so I already lost my picture, so darn it. Let me see if I could fix that, yo. What's to do with this stupid cable? Alright, now let me see if OBS actually is able to detect it. Yeah. Okay, now I get to see it in my feed. So, everything seems good. Unless this light gives out for no reason. Double check. Yeah, plenty of battery. Still. Oh, why did this one die out? I do not know. No, anywho. Let's go with bien.
Bien.
Bien. I also forgot to do this for gracias. So, thank you for English.
Thank you.
That's how you say it. And gracias.
Gracias.
Now let me go back to goodbye, which is adios.
Goodbye.
And then adios.
Adios.
So you guys can have a second person pronouncing it. Even though it's a robot that's speaking. Anywho. Fine. Bien. So we're gonna go over bien. La multa. Let me just...
Multa.
Multa. So it's not la multa, it just says multa. I'm not gonna go over much. Just wanna see where it's written in the sentence. So, multa. Multar. Gotcha. So we already went over fine, just bien, which remind me of muy bien. That's a thing that I learned right after just practicing fine. Very good. Let's just put very, which is muy.
Very.
Very.
Muy.
Muy. So, yeah, I'm just gonna have these together. Muy bien, bien, muy. Because what is it? I really don't put like muy by itself. Not even in English for very. You should have to add it something. So, for muy bien is like very good. So in English, it'll be like very good. Which it's different because it wouldn't be fine. It would just be good. Even shows right here when I was typing in very as one of the first searches. So yeah. Anywho, I gotta still figure out how I can chunk this by properly pronouncing it. So bien, bien, okay, so the last pronunciation is going to just be N itself. I can't recall an E, so yen, B, yen, B, yen, bien. 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 So yeah, this is actually pretty challenging. So if I would just write it as it is and I don't have to worry about pronunciation and such, I actually would just chunk it into two, so 22. 2 would be BI and the next 2 would be EN. But, trying to pronounce it that way, it doesn't sound like right. So instead of just 2, so 2 chunks with 2 letters, it would be 121, so 121. Because the way I will pronounce it and recall would be 1 BB, the next one is IE, and the last one is N. So there is 2 chunks out of the 3 chunks that just have 1 letter. Because when it comes to pronouncing it, I think of B, so B for pronunciation. Second one would be yeah for IE, and the last thing would be N, so in. So bien. Let me actually put it here. So yeah, you have it separate. So B, B, yeah, n, bien. So it actually would be pretty hard trying to chunk it that way if you would just write it by itself, but I'm following through with it and also showing anybody that way of chunking, so they will probably have an easier time of not just writing it or reading it, but also pronouncing it. That's the big thing about this audio. It's helping me how to pronounce correct words in Spanish instead of just reading and writing, like freaking as a class such. So bien. So B-I-E, then N. So yeah. Anywho, let me practice typing it. Bien. So B-I-E-N, B-I-E-N, E-I-E-N. And B-I-E-N, 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 B-I-E-N. Backwards is N-E-I-B. Backwards is N-E-I-B. And then again it's N-E-I-B. So bien. 121. 1 is B, 2 is IE, then 3 is N. Bien. So yeah. Malta is actually pretty easy then. I feel like I just separate as 23, so MOL then TA. But anywho, let's pass on to our last one, which is muy. So when it comes to very, it's muy. So let's already gone through how you pronounce it. So for muy, let's try to chunk it. So mu, muy. So I will take my time to look at the alphabet and how in the Spanish alphabet, especially like in the song or such, how they would pronounce M by itself. Because yeah. People don't look at the alphabet and stuff, but it's important because I figured that if I just chunk it as MU because of muy, I don't think That's how you probably pronounce M by itself, even though it sounds like it because, for English, the whole moo sound is it's not how you say M, even though sometimes you actually would pronounce it. It will be So for moo, for English, it actually would be spelled M-O-O. So for the M, it would be, instead of it would be moo. So, actually, let me go back. So instead of it would be It's interesting because that actually goes to some one of grunt noises, which that is a whole thing about making different grunts. But yeah. But anywho, for English, whenever you want to make a sound of cow, you won't just put M, but you will put M-O-O. So, moo, ooh, ooh. Let me actually see if there's... Hey, there is something.
Moo.
Moo.
Mugir.
Mojito.
Mugido.
Mojito. So, mojito is how cows say it in Spanish when they say moo. Mojito. Sounds so cool, close to a freaking. Now I can't even think of a freaking beverage. Damn. But yeah, I am going to the other page and looking at the Spanish dictionary and going to no. I'm looking up the Spanish alphabet and play a video. So, well, yeah, that's gonna be something different. Also, good enough because I actually have plenty of time. Alright, this is gonna be. So I'm not gonna put the Spanish song due to it might get me into legal trouble. So
let's
just be
start
safe.
the Spanish alphabets. A.
Okay, yeah, he's actually pronouncing the words. So let me go with M. Anyhow, let me put it here.
M.
M.
Moon.
Okay, let me back up because the moon got me confused.
Ka.
Ka. Yeah, you actually have the pronunciation here. So ka.
Koala.
Koala. Then you have L.
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 Yeah, it's pronunciation. So L.
Luna.
Luna. From
Moon.
Then M.
M.
M. Yeah, that's
M.
interesting. So it's M.
Mano.
So mono. M. Mono. Okay, this is actually important because you won't say MF for hand. So MF for like a mano, but mono. So let me play back to when he pronounces mono. So M by itself, the mono.
Mano.
So let me actually chunk this. Mono. So 22, 2 chunks, each have 2 letters. So M-A-N-O. So mono. So anyway, let me check the freaking OBS, see if everything is going good. Everything is going smoothly, sort of. Now, what I got to do is refresh the fucking page. So, it will just stop show me warning signs like, hey, video stream is buffering, it's unstable, all that. Okay, yeah, it's still unstable. However, it's still seeing the playback, so let me refresh again, then refresh again. But anywho, like mono, it's not Emmy because there's the A, which affects the pronunciation for ma. So going back here, muy. I don't have to separate. Oh, okay. Now Twitch is saying that everything's all right just because I had to refresh it the second time. Okay, I'm gonna say this, but at least OBS doesn't give me much headache today. That's technology. Anywho, I don't have to separate M by itself because it makes sense to me and then for others who would know each Spanish letter. I mean, that's very important because learning about the alphabet is very crucial for so many preschoolers to actually learn a language, especially English. That's the majority of preschool, understanding the alphabet and some English words. Because you gotta learn how to speak a language in order to actually understand something that's being told in a particular language. I mean, that's why English is so predominant, because a lot of people get a lot of media, a lot of education of English works that are written in English. That's why Latin was so prevalent for many Christians, because they have to understand Latin in order to read the Bible for the religion. Anywho, muy inside of MA, that's the struggle of learning a language. You gotta also understand the alphabet first, which I can do on the next time. But chunking it, I'm gonna chunk it, the first chunk, into two. So MU. So muy. So mu, yo, muy, mu, muyo, muy, 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 muy. So chunking in from the pronunciation for the mo. Then the next one is I. So muy, muy. It's gonna be very challenging trying to separately get a word and trying to chunk it under its pronunciation. It's tricky. So boy. So now I'm actually looking at my reflection here. I think that's the good thing about this Twitch manager. I could actually, there's this whole blank screen that I could just look at. So boy. Okay, so the first pronunciation for the chunk will be mo, and expanding my mouth outwards to he, that will be the Y. So chunking it to 21. So first chunk 2, last chunk 1. So for Y, the letter Y, not like Y like WHY. That's English. So chunking it MUY. 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 I think the way I could just think about it is you quickly just say MU, then Y. In order to maintain that chunk, that separation. Let me practice it. MUY. 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 Backwards is YUM. 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 And YUM. Yum. Which, yeah, that's what it's spelled backwards in Spanish. Yum. That could probably help. Certainly, I would think about that when I think of muy. So, muy, MUY. Anywho, that's it. That's all the words that were left. Now, let me bring it all together from Unit 2, learning about of, which is de. So, usually would be in a sentence like un poco de español, un poco de inglés. So, de English, de español. Then North Americana for female, American, okay. Then Senora for Mrs. or person that's married, which the abbreviation for the title will be SRA. Similar. So for English, it's MRS versus like even people don't even know how to pronounce the full thing. People usually don't learn that. So it's very interesting that people only know how to type up the title. It's the same with Mr. Even though it's like MISTER. Then there's Buenos Dias, then ¿Cómo está usted? And then onwards to what we learned today, which is adios, gracias, bien, muy. Muy being very, bien being fine, gracias being thank you, adios being goodbye, ¿Cómo está usted? Referring to a person is how are you, or you can say ¿Cómo estás? Then Buenos Dias, which is good mornings, which is that one morning. And anywho, that is for today. Besides that, so long.